Sometimes you just need a bit of, well, community. But what to watch?
For Greendale Campus TV, I'm Abed Nadir.
And I'm Troy Buttsuit Barnes.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 episodes of Community.
Sounds like you guys had a lot of fun.
Yep. Honestly, I don't know how we're gonna top it next year.
Oh, I got a pitch. Why use guns? Take a hose and spray the whole school with paint. Every inch of it.
Actually, we kind of did that. Haven't you been to the library?
I'm working my way there.
For this list, we're taking a look at the episodes from the show's numerous seasons that we found to be the most worth watching and engaging overall. Whether they excel in drama, character building, concepts, or comedy, we found their appeal to be undeniable.
Oh, Britta's in this?
I got a Christmas time for me. I got a Christmas time for a treat.
No.
Number 10, Contemporary American Poultry.
You want to be sheep? Keep flocking. You want to be wolves? Form a pack.
And that was it. It was that simple. At that moment, we stopped being a family and started being a family. In italics.
Frustrated by a shortage of chicken fingers in the Greendale cafeteria, the study group decides to fight it mafia style.
At Greendale, they were always out of chicken fingers. So whoever could get them had power. And I was the guy in the apron. So I came up with a system, and pretty soon half the chicken at Greendale was going out the side door.
That's the premise of this late season 1 episode, setting up a number of loving nods to classic crime movies like Goodfellas and The Godfather.
But the family's success started to go to their heads.
Jeff Winger concocts a scheme to get lunch food for his friends that's actually edible. And eventually, that results in each member of the study group being consumed by a vice, with self-aware student Abed Nadir at the center of it all.
I'd given them everything, and somehow I'd lost their respect. So I did the only thing I could think of. I did what I thought Jeff would do. I sent them a message.
His conflict with Jeff is as funny as it is ultimately heartwarming. Plus, there's a monkey with a silly name.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, it's pretty cool being friends with the biggest man on campus. Isn't that right, Annie's boobs?
Please rename that thing.
Number 9, Conspiracy Theories and Interior Design.
Hello?
Tell your little friend to stop snooping around night school. Otherwise, things might get explosive.
Who doesn't love a good conspiracy? Well, regardless, this is a sharply written episode centered around Jeff and Annie Edison's investigation of Greendale's night school.
Principles of Intermediate? Studyology? Class 101? Look, this one just says learning with an exclamation point.
The writers have a lot of fun playing with expectations, culminating in a sequence of betrayals that has to be seen to be believed.
You love Jeff Winger so much. Why did you conspire with me against him?
I don't know. I can't keep track of any of it anymore. I just keep teaming up with whoever suggested.
Glad to hear you admit it.
Meanwhile, Troy and Abed's construction of a campus-wide blanket fort brings some welcome laughs, especially as they slowly realize how mainstream their efforts have become.
Leonard, back up!
You shouldn't even be in here, Leonard. You already have 3 farting strikes against you.
Wait, he's getting away.
I know a shortcut through the Turkish district.
Number 8, Emotional Consequences of Broadcast Television.
It's TV. It's comfort. It's a friend you've known so well and for so long. You just let it be with you.
If this is to be the end, then it's a glorious way to go. Meta commentary abounds in this episode as each member of the study group comes up with their own audacious pitch for a theoretical season. Sorry, year 7.
What's your season 7 pitch?
My pitch for your fall semester at Greendale is that everyone is nice and has fun and grows together.
Shirley or Elroy?
See, that's racist, man.
However, the real draw of the episode becomes apparent when it comes to Jeff. His doubts about people leaving and things changing make for surprisingly effective drama.
I love that I got to be with you guys.
Gay.
You saved my life and changed it forever.
Gay!
Thank you.
And that stinger at the end, courtesy of series creator Dan Harmon, is a nice touch.
Nobody's winning anything. Don't you see? This means we don't exist. We're not created by God, created by a joke. We were never born and we will never actually live.
Number 7, Paradigms of Human Memory.
Whoever did it, step forward. You five are in big trouble. Jeff and Britta, you're free to go because you didn't step forward and are therefore innocent.
The time-honored tradition of flashback episodes.
Abed! A leprechaun took our clothes.
And you can never tell anyone, okay?
Acting as a clip show with a mocking twist, this installment has the study group reminiscing about their past year. Only we, the audience, are shown random, never-before-seen adventures, such as an encounter with a cartel and a boating trip gone wrong.
You can yell at me all you want. I've seen enough movies to know that popping the back of a raft makes it go faster.
From romantic montages to increasingly eccentric speeches from Jeff, the episode delivers a healthy dose of meta-comedy, including one of the show's most enduring catchphrases.
Show's gonna last 3 weeks!
6 seasons and a movie!
Number 6. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Worst introduction ever. Check it. I am Brutalitops, the magician.
Ready your arrows and keep your character sheets in hand. This one's a keeper. Besides offering gems such as Chang's accidental blackface and Pierce Hawthorne's bitter jabs at the study group.
You can ruin anything. Now come back and give Neil his sword.
Can't hear you over the sound of me rubbing his sword on my balls.
Pierce, you!
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons is also quietly effective in how it handles Neil, a student teased about his weight to the point of suicidal thoughts.
They're down there by Fat Neil.
That's right, Neil. Your new best friend, Jeff Winger, coined the name Fat Neil.
It manages to balance the absurdity of each character's actions in the ongoing D&D campaign and the real struggle to help Neil by raising his self-esteem.
Hey, that was the best game I ever played in my life.
Don't mention it.
Want to play again next week?
Maybe.
Okay. I'll be around.
And so it was that Pierce Hawthorne saved the life of Fat Neil.
Number 5. Digital estate planning.
Well, if this isn't worth any points, what is?
You're asking me? I'm still looking for a pong paddle.
Let's play poker.
Oh, now we're talking.
8-bit gaming gets its time to shine, amid an interesting setup.
Which guy am I?
Pierce invites the study group to be present for the unveiling of his deceased father's estate. Only one issue. Pierce's inheritance must be won by playing a custom-built game.
Cornelius spent over 30 years developing a video game for you. It was his dying wish that you and 7 of your closest friends would play it.
LeVar Burton was a maybe.
The episode delves into every trope of classic gaming possible, from cheat codes to jumping on enemies' heads to eyebrow-raising acts of looting.
Hello! Everybody go shopping? That's all we did.
Add to that an authentic synthesizer-based soundtrack and retro gaming visuals, and it's a swell time for all.
Unbelievable. Jeff bet all our lives on Britta and won, and I lost my pants to a pair of 9s.
Number 4. Pillows and blankets.
The United Forts of Pillowtown and the legit Republic of Blanketsburg are at war, each side attempting to kick down and replace the other.
A civil war brews in Greendale over whether pillows or blankets are better.
The war won't stop with First Blood Part 2. It will escalate to Rambo 3, which should really be called Rambo 2 First Blood Part 3. But the Rambo titles never made sense. And neither does war.
This episode plays out as a documentary not unlike Ken Burns' film The Civil War, complete with dramatic narration by Keith David.
A softly lobbed hypoallergenic Sealy Select in a floral print case collides with a load-bearing broomstick, collapsing a queen-size section of blanket fort.
The episode has fun treating such a trivial conflict with faux gravity, but at the end of the day, this is Troy and Abed's story.
Friends so close they once graced the cover of Friends Weekly.
Two friends are at odds, yearning to go back to normal, yet caught in an escalating conflict. We weren't expecting things to get so heart-wrenching.
Today, I had to run and get 2 imaginary friendship hats from an office. I could have just walked around the corner and then come back, but for some reason, I actually went all the way back to where they were supposed to be. One was crumpled up a bit, that was Troy's. The other was just a little dusty, that was Abed's.
Number 3, Epidemiology.
That's right. Prepare to meet the power of imagination.
Fear the dead. Or in this case, the brain-damaged living.
Okay, last question, and I know it's a long shot, but did anybody happen to shut off the Dean's playlist?
2% milk, eggs, deodorant, puppy chow, black light, whole milk, not for drinking.
Okay.
Cotton swab.
It's officially a waking nightmare.
Such is the case for Epidemiology, a not-so-token Halloween episode about questionable food causing a zombie-like sickness to spread.
This may be food poisoning.
Rich, what did I tell you?
to rule out food poisoning.
Yes, but also not to say the words out loud.
It comes down to the study group to restore order and save the day. If they can survive long enough, that is.
Special? You're not special. I'm special. I was bit 10 minutes ago and I'm...
Great! Between some teasing nods to the horror film genre and the reaffirming of Troy and Abed's friendship, this themed episode remains a classic.
It was just a cat. Let's keep moving.
Holy crap!
What is up with that cat?
Is someone throwing it?
Number 2, a fistful of paintballs and for a few paintballs more.
Howdy, folks. There's only one rule. Last man standing gets the prize. There's your guns. And here's the prize. $100,000 cash.
Though the first paintball episode, Modern Warfare, is definitely admirable, we felt this 2-part finale from Season 2 was more memorable. At first, Greendale's latest campus-wide paintball game seems restrained by their standards.
To the study group.
To the study group! More juice, Miguel?
Until, little by little, hints of a greater plot to take over Greendale come to light. The first part draws heavily from spaghetti westerns, while the second aims for a rebels versus oppressors homage to Star Wars.
In other words, it seems we left the Western motif and entering more of a Star Wars scenario.
Yet the cast all commits wholeheartedly to the increasingly dramatic odds. And, as always, the conflict between characters drives the plot, leading to a quietly powerful final scene.
You know, I've been coming to this school for 12 years. I've never been friends with anyone here more than a semester. Probably for the same reason I've been married 7 times.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You boys canvass for witnesses, establish a time frame and motive, and bring me a suspect. We've got 48 hours before the trail runs cold, so start with the last person to see that yam alive.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Okay, now remember, don't kill anybody. Just lay down a suppressive fire, like this. Oh, sorry.
Lock it, boys! Earn your M&M. Troy and Abed, intimidation stance.
One rule I asked you to follow. One.
Look!
I had it made before he died. It's not in bad taste. I've become a stranger to myself.
I'm bald now. I've always been bald. I really dreamt of having hair. And now, the bald man is awake.
Abed, seal the doors. Nobody leaves until this pen shows up.
I don't like this.
Yeah, tell it to the pen you might have.
Number 1, Remedial Chaos Theory.
Starting on my left with 1, your number comes up, you go.
Just so you know, Jeff, you were now creating 6 different timelines.
Of course I am, Abed.
It all began with a roll of the dice. Early in Season 3, we were given this innovative episode that explored the question of alternate timelines.
I wonder what happened to all those other timelines.
Wait, there are other timelines?
Jeff rolls the dice to determine who gets pizza for the study group's party. And this is part of a simple yet effective setup, allowing the writers to examine each member of the group and how they interact with one another.
What the hell?
Call 911!
The resulting 7 timelines, each varying based on who is present, are equal parts funny and thoughtful, revealing how amazing Community's character-driven stories can be. Cool.
Evil Troy and evil Abed.
Do you agree with our list?
Greendale is the best school in the entire world.
What's your favorite episode of Community?
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high.
For more episodic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Sen, see you next week. Well, that is, if I still exist.